Hello everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be playing as Gorgon in this one. We're on Rendering Plant against Emmett, Bucket, Wasteland, Maggie and Torvald. It is the Rendering Plant, which usually is a red skin map, but we've not done default Gorgon for quite a while, so we'll just do default for this one. We'll do everything except Mimic, and Damage Resist will be the perk of choice, because Gorgon's numbers are quite low. If you don't know what this is, 4v1 Acing, 2015. Just want you to bear that in mind as you bask in the visuals of this game. I was going to put another word on there, I don't know what to describe it as. It just looks really good, basically. What we're going to be doing at the very beginning is running for our lives, because stage 1 monsters at the very beginning are very weak. That is especially true for Gorgon, because Gorgon is actually in a quite an underpowered state. Right, okay, that's actually new. Don't really have many issues with the game like that, because the game's actually very well optimised. So we walk into this one T-posing, I suppose. But yeah, we're going to get in there. There are some bodies over here. What we do at the very beginning of this monster is we find things such as wildlife and corpses on the ground to eat, which will slowly start filling the meter that pops up there. You can see it's gradually moving by chips. Once that reaches full, we'll be able to evolve to stage 2, which is where the fighting will begin. We have carrion birds there as well, which are going to tell the hunters where we were in that given moment. Shut down the and you'll awkwardly stare at it. Yeah, we just want to stay out of the way of hunters at this moment, because we don't do much damage, we don't have much HP, we don't have much armour, so it's not something we are particularly interested in doing. Is engaging at the moment. And obviously there are things around the map like birds and also carrion birds, which have a chance to spawn when you're feeding, like so. We need to move. There's also trap jaws, which is what you saw there, them dogs. They're designed more as a monster deterrent, because they're quite hard for the monster to kill but very easy for the hunters to kill. So designed to make you move on and give up food. That is going to be stage 2 in a moment's time. We're just going to get a bit more distance, yep, because they're right there. It's a bit closer than I would have liked. If we get domed here, we're probably going to die, because Gorgon just can't do anything at stage 1. It's a bit of a death sentence for her. Trying to be sure we've actually got enough distance. We'll probably be alright here, I think. Grab stage 2. When we evolve, we gain size, HP, damage, and appearance changes slightly, which coincides with size, I suppose. We'll grab Mimic. You also get 3 ability points to buff yourself up. We will place a spider there just to... oh shit. I need to know which side. Name please, name please. Name and rank soldier. You are the one I was looking out for. I think she's in the spider. She is, because she didn't dome me. Maggie's the one we have to look out for. Because she's the one that can trap us in the dome, because she is the trapper. So, trying to get some armour before we actually engage. Right now. I can try and mimic here, it might not work though. Maybe it does. Kind of got fucked out of the spider though. Got to catch her in that. We do. Keep her in the vomit as much as possible. So we do go for Maggie, because if we down Maggie, this big blue dome that you see around us will deactivate. There we go. Just in time as well, because we've now lost armour. So when the monster loses armour, we start taking permanent damage, which is the red bar. The only way you actually heal is by evolving as the monster. Or if it's a map that has a tyrant on it, you can get the tyrant buff. But this map doesn't actually have tyrants on it, so that's out of the question. Expect you to be that close, actually. It's a mimic situation. We are just going to target Maggie again here, just because we're probably going to be facing another dome anyway. This team doesn't have a defensive support on it, though, because they do have Bucket, who's an offensive support, so give us a bit of agency to get Maggie down quite easily. She's in acid there, so she will die slightly quicker than normal. Need to do that. Keep forgetting my acid spitting isn't off cooldown, I should say. We're gonna get out because we've got no armor. I don't know where Maggie is, if they've got her be revived yet. I want to talk about when I say our numbers are too low because she just can't do enough damage in time. We are going to have stage 3 ready now. I'm actually going to go back in though. You can use your HP as a bit of a resource. It's probably a shit place to use it. Are we bouncing this way? Not quite. Get bucket. And it's going to get the revive there, but we need to go for Maggie now because I'm about to drop armor again. Get up, she's dead. So she dies out right there because she had 2 white blocks on her name because we downed her twice already. It's going to be the full revive. I'm going to go stage 3, we can't bill you forward now because we've slightly below, we're halfway on the HP. Oh, that's fine. Here. So stage 3 is the final evolution of the monsters. We're now insanely large, fully stocked on the abilities, and we have the biggest amount of HP we can have basically, and damage. So we're fully grown Gorgon. Though, for those of you who are keen on the trivia and the lore behind this game, something that's a little bit unique for Gorgon is well, I can't really say this with concrete evidence, but it's kind of implied that it is. So every Gorgon, if it's allowed to exist, based on the lore, will become a Queen Gorgon, apparently. Because you're playing as a baby when you play even at stage 3 as this monster. Which kind of suits the power dynamic because she came the latest, it is the last monster to be released. In a race of, you know, rapidly adapting and mutating monsters, so... But it is a child to this, a literal infant. Which is why it vomits, you know, and it does all the sort of baby-style behaviour. We did briefly get to see the Queen Gorgon towards the end of the game's life, but, you know, she was in placeholder form in the Deep Dark beta. But yeah, we now do a lot of damage, or a lot more damage than what we have been doing. These 3 being right together is not good for them. And obviously we have a bit more HP to play with. Gorgon's numbers are still quite low though, because she is just underpowered as far as I'm concerned. In the Legacy version. She was fixed in Stage 2, the Stage 2 version, but we just don't talk about Stage 2. You are now priority because I don't have any armour. Get her in there. Good. Get out. I'll take me an isolated bucket though. We're all going to get revived, but we'll have the strikes here. Come on. There we go. Good. We'll get out and get some armour. Shit, too big. We did revive the old team there, but it doesn't really matter because, as I say, we do get the strikes. I mean, movement speed. It's one of the buff wildlife. Randomly spawn from time to time. Although there's only ever one a match, so now we'll pick it up, it'll never respawn for the duration of the match. Very exposed mimic there. Yeah, we're still getting it. Cancelled me. Oh no, I didn't. Actually, I was gonna say I cancelled that a bit too soon. Good. Do still have Daisy up at the moment. We've got 43 seconds. He's got a shield, so we'll go for you. Just while he burns his shield. There is you as well. Should be able to commit to that, I think. 19 seconds. He has just used his shield. Yeah, there it is. Good stuff. Hand it up. Yeah, usually, as I say, like team fell apart quite quickly in that one, but she does have a number of issues in Legacy. Just the damage, even at stage 3, like it's just if you've got a very high sustained team. Because as I say, in that one they had a support that's offense based, which aims at killing the monster quickly. But the trade-off is obviously if it gets to stage 3, you don't really have a means to defend yourself, which is what you saw there. Against like a high sustained team like Hank and who's a defensive support and any sort of relatively high sustained medic or anybody that isn't Lazarus, basically, she's kind of shit, to be honest, in Legacy. But, you know, it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed as always, and I will hopefully see you for the next one, fellas. Bye.